Hey guys, and welcome. It's time for the weekly news update again, with all the things happening in and around Battlefield 2042 and an overview of the new weekly missions, portal modes and store items. And we're gonna start it off with the current publisher sale on PC, where you can get a lot of EA games for up to 75% less, including all Battlefield titles. Discounts are available on Steam, the Epic Game Store and the EA app, so if you're still missing some of the games, be sure to check it out. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a sale on consoles. At least this morning when I had checked the Xbox and PlayStation store, there was no discount on any of the titles. But what I recognized when doing this was that the price for the Ultimate Edition of 2042 is still the same that it was at release, or at least not much lower. And I honestly think they should consider going down with this or completely removing the Ultimate Edition, because now that year 1 of the live service is over, this version of the game doesn't have much value anymore. It includes a cosmetic pack and the premium battle passes of all 4 seasons, but since these are over and you can't access the battle passes anymore, you will only end up with a very expensive cosmetic pack. So this content doesn't justify the high price and could also be seen as a scam if someone buys it. And I don't think a game with an image as fragile as the one 2042 has should do something like this. But that's just my thoughts about it. And while I was writing this script, we just got the news that the prices for Battlefield currency will change, but it depends on the country you're located if they will go up or down or will mostly stay the same. This will start on June 1st, and I've put a link to the official EA post in the description below. However, while we're talking about the end of year 1 already, there are also some things that have happened lately that make me doubt that we will see a complete year 2 for the game. Because a few days ago, several developers shared pictures of a gift they received for their work on the live service of Battlefield 2042, and this is a golden statue of the robot dog Ranger. And while this is probably something that's not too interesting for most players, it might give us a hint on what to expect for the game in the near future. Because usually gifts like this are handed out towards the end of the development for a title, or like in this case at the end of live service, and the development for Season 5 is surely done. In addition to this, 2042 was also removed from EA's live service portfolio in the slides of the earnings report, while for the former quarter it was still there. So this could mean that there will be no year 2 and not even a Season 6. Plus, we have not heard anything about what's happening with the game after Season 5, even though we're pretty close to its release now, while for Season 5 we got the announcement pretty early in Season 3 already. I know there was this leak we had about an item in the EA app called Year 2 Upgrade, but like I said back then, I doubt that this will be a Year 2 pass, cause then it would be called Year 2 Pass. Instead, this is probably only an upgraded version of the game, or an upgrade you can buy separately that instantly gives you access to all specialists, weapons and gadgets that were added during the last 4 seasons, and you won't have to unlock them. Alongside of this, it might also include some cosmetics, so basically like the Revolution edition we had for Battlefield 1 or the Definitive edition for Battlefield 5. And both of these editions were released after the end of the live service for the respective game. You guys know that I would love to be wrong about this, and that I would love to have a complete second year of seasons for 2042 and make content about it, but honestly I wouldn't get my hopes up too high for this. What I could imagine though is that we will get some kind of post-season content similar to Battlefield 5, where we will still have a handful of missions every week and they are rewarded with single cosmetics like universal weapon skins or charms, or even with Battlefield currency. So pretty similar to the pre-season content we had. Take this with a pinch of salt of course, since it's only my personal opinion based on what I have observed during the last weeks, and of course let us enjoy Season 5 first. And like I already mentioned, this one is pretty close to release now, and the official Battlefield accounts are also trying to hype us up a little. Alongside the podcasts and blog posts we already got during the last weeks with some changes we can expect during the season, we also got a first cryptic Twitter post yesterday, and that says, "Connection active, contact Blasco, location Giant's Graveyard." And while several Twitter users went crazy on this Giant's Graveyard part and thought this would mean that the new map will be based on the Battlefield 4 map Giants of Karelia, it was actually just a hint to start the Easter egg hunt. And thanks to the Battlefield Easter egg community, this was solved within only a few hours, and if you haven't done it yet, just check my full guide for it and use the portal code. As a reward, you can unlock 2 new player cards, a vehicle skin for the CAV Brawler and a weapon skin for the Super 500, and with this Easter egg, the lore of 2042 is also concluded, so might be another hint for no additional seasons. But it also gave us some first info to the new map, because one of the player cards says 2048 and talks about a home for the no-pets. And shortly after the Easter egg was solved, Battlefield released another blog post about an event called Renewal Day, and while this only gives us some background info to the Easter egg, in one of the last sentences it says, "Tensions have heightened in recent days since an unverified transmission revealed a build-up of Eastern forces in Czechia. Heading up their effort is elite division Nova Group, who are attempting to secure a vital train route in the region. Local resistance fighters, the Moravian Guard, have been all that stands in the way of a new push west. With their suspected links to Western forces, many fear it is only a matter of time before this escalates into an all-out war." And I don't think there is much to speculate, because it clearly says that the fight will take place in Czechia, around the area of a train route. And that's what we've seen in the teaser for Season 5 already. I'm sure we can expect to get more details about it during the week, maybe with a first trailer, and then next week some first gameplay of the new season, at least when they do the reveal in the same way they did for the last seasons. And as a last quick point for the news, Lars Gustafsson, also known as Mr. Battlefield, because he was the creative head behind the series since Battlefield 1942, has started a new studio called TT Games in Stockholm. According to his recent Twitter post, he is joined by other industry veterans, of which some have also worked on the Battlefield franchise in the past, and right now they are developing a new online multiplayer shooter. Let's see what we can expect here and when they will give us a first look at what they're working on, but I definitely wish them all the best on the journey, and I think a little more competition won't hurt in the shooter genre. But now let's head over to the new content we got in 2042 today, starting with the playlists and portal modes. In Conquest, there is the Exodus playlist available again as 64-player alternative to Conquest Large, and in Breakthrough we got an infantry playlist that has a higher movement speed than normal and only features transport vehicles but no tanks or aircrafts. Over in Portal, there is Conquest of Ages and Infantry Conquest available, and what's new this week is that these modes won't stay until Friday or until next Tuesday. Instead, they will be replaced tomorrow already, because for the next 2 weeks until the end of the season, we will receive a new pair of Portal experiences every day. So be sure to log into the game every now and again and see if there's something you enjoy. In the item store, we also got a new bundle again, and this one is called Wet Work, costs 1,750 coins, and includes a legendary weapon skin for the PP29 that also changes the K8 Holo, the Warhawk Compensator, and the standard issue magazine. Then there's a legendary vehicle skin for the M5C Bolter, a legendary specialist set for Crawford, and a weapon skin for the G57. In addition, the Shapeshifter and Subsurface bundles are on sale. The Shapeshifter is the one with the nice 12M auto skin and a set for Pike, and the Subsurface has this legendary set for Boris and skins for the SFAR and the Euron. So if you had an eye on them anyhow, now might be the right time to get them. And at the end, let's have a quick look at the new weekly missions, but I don't really think you need any help this time, because they are actually very easy again. In the first section, you need to capture or neutralize 3 objectives, kill 3 enemies, and deal 75 damage with grenades. In the second section, you then have to do 15 more kills and assists, resupply or heal 15 teammates, and spawn 10 times at squad mates or have them spawned at you. And in the third section, it's 60 kills and revives, 1000 damage inflicted with explosives, and 20 hipfire kills. For the bonus mission, simply do 10 more revives. And like I said, I don't think this needs any explanation. If you should be struggling with any of these missions though, or with any of the former weeks, remember you can also complete them over in Portal against AI. And of course, I have also prepared 3 experiences for you that you can see on screen now. Just head over to Portal, then host, then experience code, and enter the code you want. Just don't forget to add a password if you don't want to get joined by any other players. And that's it for today, your usual weekly overview of everything that's going on in and around Battlefield 2042 at the moment. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like or a comment below and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching, I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.